Yeah.
And then even like another question, like just even how you're talking about moving around, and I want to know how you deal with this, because anywhere you go, of course, you're forming bonds, relationships with people,
Yeah.
and then after like a short duration, you have to move to a different place. Like, how does that leave you mentally? Because like even for me at times, like just getting used to people, and then you have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even like, let's say maybe you've probably met like a cute girl somewhere and you're like, you know what? Like you're kicking it off, you're doing dates, you're eating your noodles here on the street today, and then after 2 weeks you have to leave.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even just deal with that mentally without it like just weighing you down? Because I'd be, I don't know how I'd feel.
It's a big challenge,
Yeah.
actually. One thing I've realized is that it does weigh on you. Living digital nomad life and being able to usually get 3 to 6 month visas, you can spend more time. So it's not as like, intense friendship, relationship, whatever, and then you're out. But there usually is some restriction, and at some point you have to move on. And that does cause problems.
Yeah.
I noticed quickly when I started being a proper digital nomad and I was in Mexico and moving around, I was meeting Americans and other people that had been like software engineers, people that had been doing this like way before everyone was doing it. And one of the number one things I took away from them is they all regretted not focusing more on building a base or at least a couple bases somewhere where you have a solid group of friends, you have some community.
Yeah.
Because I would meet ones that be like, trust me, if you keep doing this, by year 3, you're going to be weird. Like,
Oh, really?
it actually makes it like,
Yeah.
I met a guy who's like a really cool guy that was just like, he's like, I started feeling really weird because I wasn't building any foundation of anything. Everything starts to feel like fake. And it just doesn't feel permanent. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah, because now you can't even call someone like, hey, friend, can we go catch a movie? Can we go
Yeah.
to this place? Because you've already moved from the place that you already had that connection of like
Yeah.
food, whether it's music, content creation. That can be kind of challenging. Because even like for me, I was enjoying my trip when I was doing like the Euro trip. And then I was like, man, like, in fact, the craziest part is like there's some countries we could only spend 24 hours in, and that's it. Like Italy, we just did probably like 12 hours and we were out. And I can only imagine now, where was it? Like in Barcelona, I remember like I met this girl at the airport and we're just talking for like just 20 minutes. And I'm like, man, like if I could have a chance to go out for lunch with her the next day, this would have been really nice. And unfortunately had to leave.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yo, here's my number, here's my Instagram, but you're going all the way to Kenya.
You'll be Instagram friends
Like,
for years,
oh.
but you'll probably never see each other again.
I felt so bad because like you can only imagine you have like that, like you have that chemistry, you're smiling, you're like, yo, by the like, yo, I mean, it would have been, I wish I knew you yesterday.
Yeah.
But then you have to say goodbye to this person. It's just like,
That's why now I believe in building bases. So starting to
by building base, what do you mean exactly?
investing time in friendships and some stability in different cities and different countries that you can move around to. So I don't think when you first like start as a digital nomad, you hit what you think is the dream, which is moving around every month, new city, excitement. Then you start finding places you like, you slow down, you stay a month, maybe you stay 2, maybe you stay 3. I think the final evolution is to like have 1 or 2 home bases, or just different places that you frequent. Like I love Berlin, but I love it in the summer. The rest of the year, the weather's terrible. It's kind of depressing. I have so many friends there. My dream life is like summers in Berlin, then maybe 3 months here, then maybe 3 months in Mexico City, and then 3 months at home, or just moving, floating around like that. I think that's it. And I think obviously there's financial constraints. You have to it's hard to, I'd see the happiest people tend to have a home base somewhere they have a lot of community and then travel frequently. So they have a base they're always coming back to and then they go. I've seen this sometimes with content creators. I think the happiest YouTubers, once they hit certain financial stability, is they live in Mexico City because that's where they're from or their family is. And then whenever they need to film, they go away for a month, film everything, come back for 2 months, do post-production, plan it, pre and post-production, then they leave for a month. I could see as a content creator that being my dream life, is having a home base, and then going out and doing videos.